angels and believers. Come all you angels of the night. Stand up, be counted, and remember to fly your colors is your right. I saw you flying like an eagle all across the southern sky. I saw you looking for an answer with a light of honor in your eye. With an iron will and the wind in my face, well, I'll ride forever to get to this place. I tell you now, I'm ready to explode down on Freedom Road. And as we ride across the border.
G'day guys, welcome back to another one of Holmesy's Adventure Cooking. Hope you're all well in this COVID situation. Anyway, what we want to do today is motorcycle cooking part 2. So the last video you would have watched of mine was motorcycle cooking part 1, where I did the spaghetti, egg and bacon. Thanks very much for the feedback that I got on that video. A lot of you guys out there are saying you're going to have a go at it if you haven't done it already. So this is what this segment's all about. I'm not a cook, I'm not a chef, I don't do anything special. I'm just showing motorbike riders, boys and girls, that go out on their bikes, have to travel lightly, don't have refrigeration, that you can eat rather good and not having the facilities of a refrigerator or having a lot of room to carry stuff. So getting to today's segment, again, I'm going to be using the tools that I would carry on the bike overnight if I was going on a stay over. So what we're going to be trying to pull off today, and I haven't done this before myself, I've been waiting to do this on a ride, but obviously with Dan locking us up all the time and saying we can't go out and have fun, I'm not getting an opportunity to do an overnighter. So back at Sunbury HQ, and we'll try and pull this off together, because like I said, I haven't done this. This has just been an idea of mine for a long time, and I thought I must try this, I want to do that, and I'll talk to you as we go. But what are we cooking? We are going to have a roast. That's right, we're going to have a roast. So how do I intend to do that today? With everything that you see right here. So I may have explained this before in one of my older videos, so I'll just take you through the bits and pieces I use, what I've got, just to keep the video going a little bit, because I don't think it's going to take all that long. There's not a lot of prep work, and I'll talk to you about that shortly. So this is my little burner I use. I got that off eBay. I think it was about $25. I did have the other sort, and then I came across this one without the hose, because that wasn't really something I wanted to have with the hose there. So I found this one where the bottle actually clicks straight on. So I went for this model. I like it a bit better. Take the little red cap off, and it still uses these cheap cartridges, which is really good. So again, just clip that in and turn, and that's all it is. You've got your igniter there, and you've got your valve to release more or less gas depending on how high you want your flame. Put the pads out, that's where she goes. Don't know if you noticed or not, my little table here is actually a motorbike stand, so that worked out well for me. So we're going to do a roast, and how are we going to do that? We're going to start off with one pot. Bottled water, we need to start getting that on the go. So if you've got a creek or a river stream or something, what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do this in a minute, you'll see, you don't really need to use fresh drinking water. Save that for yourself to drink. but obviously because I'm at home and I've got shitloads of it in the tap, I'll use fresh stuff today. So what we need to do is get this going and get it on the boil. Oh. And that's away. So what we've got to do is start getting that warm. So while that's doing that, we're going away. Remember, we're on the motorbikes and we're camped. We've got our campfire going and we've got our dirt bike bag with our food in it, and we've got our little lunch box, and we're going to prepare for our roast. And as I said, we'll move this over there. Don't need that yet. All that. And we'll explain what we're doing. So, one roast. I like to use this roast vegetable seasoning. If I was on a proper ride, I would just put a small amount in a smaller jar, but we're here, so that's that. A roast without a potato, we need one potato, so we'll peel that in a minute. But what I want to do is, there's our gravy. Can't have a roast without gravy. Put that there for now. As I said in my last video, prep work is key. So what we've got in there is a little bit of broccoli, a little bit of sweet potato, and a little bit of carrot. And I'll add some everyday potato to that when I peel the spud and chop it up and get it like that, and we'll fry that off later. You guessed it, some Holmes's Adventure Cooking Oil. We need a bit of that. Right, so what we want to do is, this is the key. We're having roast beef today. So what I did was, I went to my local deli, which was at the Coles here, and I asked them to slice off some roast beef for me off one of their already pre-cooked ones. Now I got about 3 slices of them. It's way too much. They've cut it actually close to 10 mil thick, so I thought one will be enough for what I'm trying to do today. So the idea is, and this is, like I said, I haven't done this before myself, but we're going to do this together, is while that water's heating up, we're going to place that in there. Or we might try to get it right in, because I want that piece of meat to start getting warm as the water gets warm. I don't want to dump it in when the water's already boiling and goes into shock. I just want it just to warm up as the water gets hot to boiling point, and then I'm able to take that off the heat, put it to the side, leave the meat and the gravy, because the gravy's got to go in too, because we want that to get hot. So we're going to place that in as well. So what we're going to do is, that sits in there now. Go away, have a neck oil, let it do its thing, forget about it. Let that get real hot, and once it does, we can take it off, we can put it aside, leave it in the hot water so it doesn't get cold, and then we put our frying pan onto our little burner and we fry off some veggies with a little bit of oil, and the rest is, I don't even really have to explain. We can either serve up in the frying pan if we want, but what I'll probably do is, my plan is, once this gets hot, I'm going to take the pot off and I'm going to put it onto the plate, so the pot puts some heat onto the plate and I can have a nice meal off a plate, put it in my lap, so, and Bob's your uncle. So that's the plan of attack. So as I said, that's going to take a while now. I might even, while I'm peeling the spud off camera, you don't need to see me do that, and I'll put that pot on the top so it creates a bit more heat so the steam doesn't get out, and I'll come back to you soon. One peel spud, guys. I'm not really sure how I want it, whether I want to dice it or go into flats. What I might do is, because I want to cook quite quick, what we're just going to do is, I think I'll just make some thin slices, because obviously we're not roasting it like we would if we were having a proper roast. We're frying it off, so so the potatoes don't remain hard. I'll just kind of make some mini chips, I guess. We'll chop that up. So as you can see, the idea's there. We'll see how it turns out, but this is not difficult at all. I would have chopped this up too, but it probably would have gone brown, I would imagine. So all as we do, whack that in there. While we wait, we might drizzle a bit of oil in the bag. And this is the beauty of these Snap-Lock bags. As I say, they're just worth their weight in gold. So while we wait for our pot to heat up and do what it's got to do, drizzle a bit of oil in it. Close our bag. Give everything a nice coating. And while we're here, might as well put on some of our lovely roast veggie spice. And it's not hot or anything like that, it just has really nice flavours to it. So you can go quite hard with it. Probably put a little bit more on later when it's in the frying pan if I feel there's not enough. So we wait. We grab our Homesy Adventure stubby holder. Not quite a neck oil that you're used to seeing me have, but I had quite a number of them last night, and I think I'll just go with the Coke Zero for today, or at least now anyway. Very nice. So while you're sitting around here having your drink, enjoying yourself, you sort of look around the camp and you sort of see the other guys doing the cooking, and you say, "Hey Mark, what are you having tonight for dinner?" What's that? Ah, chunky soup. I thought you might have that. Yeah, you usually do. Okay. And what's Alistair doing over there? Alistair, what are you having? What do you have for dinner, mate? What? Goulash out of a bag? Good luck with your project there, mate. I think Pilot Pete's over there too. I think he's chewing on a muesli bar or something, or a cup of soup thing there. Mate, wait till we're finished here. Yeah, anyway, just having a bit of fun with the blokes. I hope I haven't offended anyone. So, just a bit of fun with the crewmen. Let's have a look at what's going on inside the pot. So, got a bit of steam there now. I will not use my fork because I don't want to puncture it. So what we might do is put our cooking gloves on, the old KTM gloves, because we're out motorbike riding, remember. What I want to do is, I just want to give that a bit of a shake up, check on what's going on there. That actually feels quite nice. So we'll put that back in, give it a bit more because it's not quite bubbling. Going very well. But while I'm talking to you, I may as well talk a little bit about the preparation. And what I mean by that is I didn't talk yet about the way I seal the meat. And what I mean by that is a while ago I bought this vacuum food sealer, and I haven't had the opportunity to use it yet. And I like to obviously do a lot of camping and things like that, so I won't just use it for me overnighters on the bike. I can use it when I go camping, because one of your biggest enemies is when you go camping is taking up too much room in your fridges or wherever you're storing your food. So the beauty of it is, what I did was I went down to Coles, as I said, and I got them to carve me off some roast beef. I got that home in a normal paper packaging. So if you were wondering, I brought that home, and in this box what does it say there? How many bags? Not sure. 40 packs, so there's 40 bags in there. And that's roughly the size. What was the size that it says here? It says it there somewhere. But anyway, long story short, it is sealed around there, and you've got one opening, but that doesn't matter. You can actually get two goes out of this. So what I did was, I got 3 pieces of meat, and I actually put 2 slices in there. So what you do is you pop your meat in the bag, right in the bottom, and then you put it in the machine, and it's got like a vacuum sealer on there where it sort of sucks the air out of it a bit, and then the heat at the front of it burns a line down there, and hang on, just about there, beautiful. Take that off, and yeah, you seal it up. So that's a brilliant way of, as you can see, there's no water in that packaging of the beef, and we don't want to fry it off because it's already cooked. We just want to heat it up, so it's staying moist in there, and I'm tipping it's going to be pretty good. So yeah, well worth getting an item like that for camping. Makes your food last longer, stores easy because you haven't got big packaging taking up a lot of room, especially when you're going on the motorbike. Room is very tight and you want it all snug and tight in your lunchbox. Anyway, that's enough of that. So think about investing in a vacuum sealer. As I said, we'll go back to the meal now and make some room. So we'll take that off the heat and do what I said I was going to before. So let's just put our cutlery in our bag, and let's put that down there as I said before. And now let's get some, put that there, it doesn't burn the board, gives the plate a bit of heat. I might just back that off. So I don't want it roaring, and I can't really see the flame. There we go. So I'll just get rid of that little bit of water, not that it's going to matter. And a little bit of oil in the pan. And let's put our veggies in. So, a bigger pan would be nice, but as I said, I will use the pan that I have for camping. So what I'm going to do is fry that off now. I'll get some colour into it, but what I will do, and I haven't got it with me, but I usually do in my little kit bag with all my knives and forks, which is just up there, and there's probably some in there. To soften up those veggies, I'll get some foil, because at the moment I can't put the pot back on there. So I'll just get some foil to put over the top and get some steam going, and that'll help soften the veggies. And once they're right, pretty simple. We go back to the meat, we open up the packaging, we open up the gravy, we pour it all over the top, and guess what? Bloody roast. I'll come back to you. Alrighty guys, as you can see, I went and got some foil. That's just the kit that I normally run, a little shower bag like that, and it's got just bits and pieces in it, knives and forks, and I keep a couple of coffee satchels in there, some spare bottles of oil. That's usually where I keep foil and my potato peeler and all that there, so that usually goes in that bag there. So good idea to have some foil. So I just put some foil over that to retain some heat in the water while that's sitting. So we'll take that off now, and I'll weight it down with my spatula. Let's have a look how our roast veggies are going. Oh yeah, I think we're on. So I didn't have it on a very high flame, because what I have learnt, that's a nice crispy bit, what I have learnt that I don't like this frying pan. After today I think I might not use it, because as I was turning these veggies, they're not really, I'll just turn them off. They're not really a good non-stick base, and they're just really difficult to clean. I mean, it's okay today because I'm at home, but and they're a little bit small. So I do have one, and I'll start using that. I think you want something just a little bit bigger, and you definitely want it non-stick. Basically, one, it's easier to cook your food when it's non-stick, and two, it's much easier to clean at the end of the day. So, all good. So let's plate up. That can go down there. Still got plenty of heat in it. And the plate's beautiful and hot, so now we're going to transfer that food onto the plate. It's not going onto a cold plate and going to lose heat straight away. So there's another little handy tip for you. Probably just, I don't mind mixing my veggies up with my spuds. So put those bad boys on there. As you can see, that's just a pain. So we'll put that down beside us. And now the meat. Not sure how hot that's going to be. So I'll bring this back up so you can see what I'm doing. Now we want a knife. And we just open him up like so. And hopefully, because it is bloody hot, I can tell you, I can just grab him out of the bag. So a little bit of water in that bag. Smells alright. Got him. Now for the gravy. Let's dig him out because that water is hot. Hot, 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 hot. Give a bit of shake. Get my knife back. Ooh, that's hot. And we got a mate over there that wants a bit of gravy. There's more than enough for me here. So I won't eat all that. The rest of it would normally go on the fire. Are we open there or are we not? Yeah, we're open. I don't know how that's going to work for me. Look, not as good as your gravy at home, obviously, that you would make. Put it back in there for now. Move the pot, get it out of the way of the camera. Little escapee there. Let's move that. Let's move that. Make it nice and clean for the camera. Bit of salt and pepper, and we'd be laughing. And again, I didn't bring it in my little bag, but that's okay. Let's test, shall we? I'm interested in this meat, I really am, because I haven't done this before. Like I said, just bought I mean, if you had a roast the day previous, or you could even do this with cooked chicken, any meat would be fine if it's already cooked. But I'm just curious to know how it's going to taste. As I said, this was a pre-cooked, this is where you get that thin sliced beef from the deli. I just asked them to cut it a bit thicker and they did that for me. No problem. Roast beef. Not dry. Nice and soft. I actually thought being that thick it was going to be a little bit tough, but it's not. Just a bloody roast, beautiful. Now I was just talking to Melissa that's filming right now. When I was heating up the water and the gravy package there and the meat, I reckon that was about 12 minutes, and the frying of the veggies probably another 10-12 minutes. So between 20 and 25 minutes, there you have it, a roast.
Beautiful hot. So there you go. You motorbike riders that go out on your night over, proven. Bloody roast on the motorbike. No refrigerator. Worst part of it is cleaning up that frying pan. Other than that, these other bits and pieces could go in the fire. But totally impressed with that. Anyway, till next time, catch you later.
I saw you looking for an answer with a light of honor in